Today I'm going to be breaking down how you can take down any Townhall 13 using Zap Dragons here at Townhall 12. So here is the army composition that we are going to be using today, and honestly, as you can see, it's incredibly simple. Main army is going to be made up of dragons. We have those zap spells for the air defenses, and then for our equipment, we don't even have any pieces of epic equipment in this one. So let's jump in and we'll break it down. So the first thing we're going to be doing when we're attacking up against the Townhall 13 is identifying a couple of things. The first of which being, where are the air defenses and where are the air sweepers? Typically we're going to want to try and take down at least one, if not two air defenses with our giant arrow, or we can take down one air defense and an air sweeper. The sweepers are definitely going to be a bit more of a problem than the air defenses themselves, because we have those lightning and earthquake spells to deal with three of the air defenses. So keep that in the back of your mind. You're better to try and take down one air defense and a sweeper rather than two air defenses and no sweepers with your giant arrow. So let's jump in. I believe we're going to be coming in from that left hand side with our queen. We shoot off that giant arrow and we miss the sweeper. So not an ideal start to this attack, because we're now going to be coming right in against either one of those sweepers, which is not ideal. But regardless, we're going to be pushing in with the rest of the attack. We need one earthquake spell and two lightning spells per air defense, and now we have dealt with all four of the air defenses on this particular base. Now, unlike some of these style of attacks, we do want to try and keep our queen alive for as long as we possibly can. That's why we had the headhunter, just to help support her in case she comes up against any enemy heroes. Now, this is what I'm talking about. We're now attacking directly against this sweeper, which is definitely not ideal, but it's something we're just going to need to contend with. Stone Slammer typically not going to come right in with the main push of our dragons. It's going to come in to one side or the other, looking to try and take down some of those defenses. Ideally, you're looking to try and deal with the Town Hall early. We don't want it to be left up too long, because it is absolutely lethal in this particular style of attack. Now, we do definitely want to make sure we're trying to maximize the use of our minion prince's ability. Typically going to pop it off when we get into the core or moving slightly further out of the core. We can catch things like Inferno Towers, Scatter Shots, even Tesla Farms, as we see popping up on this back section of the base. But the main thing we're looking to do here is don't let your dragons all clump up in the Town Hall and hit that Giga Bomb. We're going to try and protect them with our Grand Warden if we can. Of course, we have that Eternal Tome on him. And if you cast your eyes to that top section of the base, we do have our queen surviving all the way to the end, which definitely can make a huge difference. So trying to help support her is definitely going to benefit you. But as you can see, Townhall 12 against the Townhall 13, there is a 3-star with even all of our heroes left up. So moving through into the next one, this is a bit more of a trophy style of base that we might tend to see when we are trophy pushing, and I'm sure a lot of you are currently trophy pushing in these brand new leagues. So approaching this the exact same way, we're looking to try and maximize the amount of value we get from our lightning spells and our earthquake spells. So in this particular one, we are going to be not bringing our dragons in against those sweepers, so we don't need to worry about them. We use our giant arrow to take down two of the air defenses, and then we use the lightning and earthquake spells to take down the remaining ones. Keeping, again, the majority of our dragons and balloons fairly clumped up together. Stone Slammer going to go off to one side. We don't have a poison spell in this particular army composition, so you will need to be careful, especially if there is a furnace in the clan castle. It can be absolutely deadly against any attack, and especially one like this where we don't have a poison, you will need to be careful. Holding on to that minion prince's ability again for the opportune moment where we're going to maximize the amount of value we do get. Again, holding on to the Eternal Tome ability as well. Remember, that is going to help us get through that Town Hall, especially if you're not dealing with it early on. Free spells, again, protecting up our troops, trying to make sure we maximize the efficiency of all of our spells. Raging up the remaining dragon on the Town Hall. We are going to get a little bit lucky here that it does just take down that Town Hall before it goes down itself. Minion Prince doing some nice work here on the back end force. Remember, we do still have his ability. That's going to get popped off right there. Basically boosts him all the way back up to full HP, and he has that invincibility shield, well, pretty much an invincibility shield where he's going to take very minimal amount of damage. Great for tanking through in the back end, especially if you only have a couple of dragons left up. So sometimes, like I said, it is good to hold that Minion Prince's ability for slightly later into the attack where you're able to use it and protect up your remaining heroes, your remaining dragons or balloons. But this one, again, another 3-star in the bag, this time against more of a trophy style base. So before we jump into this last replay, I do just want to thank you guys who are watching this for getting us to 2,500 subscribers. As I said in that previous video, if you did watch it, we are going to be doing some giveaways over on the community tab on my YouTube channel, so keep your eyes peeled for them if you would like the chance to win some free gold passes. But back to the video, let's jump in and we'll take a look. So Queen, again, approaching this the exact same way, taking down air defenses, sweepers, whatever we think needs to go down, then picking off the remaining air defenses with those lightning spells and with those earthquake spells. Down they go. No air defenses remaining and only one sweeper left up in the base. Going to be approaching this, it looks like, from that top section of the base in this particular one. Now remember, you don't have your Barbarian King. Instead, we switched out to the Minion Prince. That's because the Minion Prince, just typically with this style of attack, is far, far stronger. So it makes sense. The Barbarian King, though, can be very good at funneling, really good at going around the edge of the base, especially with the spiky ball, can sometimes pick off a few, you know, fairly decent defenses if you get that spiky ball to go further in. But here we go with our dragons. Again, dragons, balloons, Minion Prince and Grand Warden all going to be coming together. We have the Stone Slammer slightly further off, and be very careful when it comes to those clan castle troops. Townhall going to be going down, again protecting our troops really, really nicely with the use of the Eternal Tome in this particular one. Again, like I said, got to be really careful. That Townhall can be deadly, so we want to try and save our abilities for pushing through. Be careful with your Minion Prince. We're probably going to need to pop off that ability fairly soon, freezing up that single target Inferno. Going to use that Minion Prince's ability now to get us through this scatter shot Tesla farm on the back end. But this one looking far more comfortable than some of those previous ones, easily going to be a 3-star and another very strong attack just to finish off this video. So Townhall 12 has got to be probably one of the most popular town halls that I make content on. There's always so many people watching these videos, so I was really hoping for this one that you guys found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and leave a like down below. Leave a comment as well. How are you getting on with the new leagues? Have you managed to trophy push? Have you gained a few leagues? Have you dropped a few leagues? Let me know. Hopefully this strategy is going to help you push up against some of those higher town hall players, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.